In all of my years of excessive gaming, I have never been so disappointed in a game as I am with Xenoblade Chronicles 2. My name is Eggaudo, and in this video I will discuss everything wrong with the game. The first issue I want to actually bring up is the actual gameplay. Exploring the vast world seems to be amazing at first until you actually get into combat. The combat is literally done automatically for the most part, except for the need to press a button or two when your abilities charge up. It takes no skill to fight. All you need to do is find a lower leveled enemy, walk up to them, and then start the fight. The game does the rest. And speaking of finding lower leveled enemies, the monster placement is the absolute worst. Want to gain EXP fighting monsters or finding treasure in the plains? Well, too bad, you just got spotted by a fucking level 100 bird that will swoop down and literally kill you in one hit. And how about the boss fights? I swear, for every boss fight I have done in the hours I played the game, it always resulted in me winning the fight easily, but somehow losing in the cutscenes. Are the cutscenes really contradicting your gameplay? Bad move. Very bad move. Second issue I have with the game is the cutscenes and dialogue. The shit these players say in the game ranges from repetitive to completely idiotic. Every time I enter a fight, I have to hear Rex shout, "I like your attitude." In the cutscenes, I always have to hear stale jokes.
How may I be of service, Master? Wait a minute!
Obvious statements.
Most powerful driver in the Empire, and wielder of Bridget, the most powerful blade.
So together they're like ultra powerful.
Or basically gibberish. To make the cutscenes worse, they literally can go on for what seems like forever. In a game like The Last of Us, it is okay because the cutscenes play out like a movie. In this game, nah, they are just boring conversations between the characters that may have 1 second of important information, but I wouldn't know because I had to skip them. The dialogue and cutscenes just make me not want to play the game at all, but I still force myself to play because of my third issue. My third issue with the game is how every fan to the game I talked to told me that the game gets great after the first couple of hours. That sadly is not true. The game gets a little more intense thanks to the addition of more characters on your team, but in the end, the combat is still pretty much automatic and the cutscenes are still god-awful. Regardless of the game lacking to actually improve a good amount after a few hours, no game should even need to improve past the first hour or two. Take Dark Souls for example. Within just a tutorial, you fully understand the gameplay. It is hard. If you want to win, you will need to learn from your mistakes. The remainder of the game is pretty much done in a similar style to the tutorial. In Xenoblade, you still receive tutorial guides hours into the game because you haven't fully explored all the damn mechanics within the game. There is no excuse for that to even be a thing. My final issue with the game is the fan service within it. For games such as Bayonetta, I am totally okay with the fan service because of one reason: the game is actually good. In Xenoblade Chronicles 2, a game that is awful, I can only feel that the reason for so much fan service is simply to try and take people's attention away from the shitty game it is. They think that slapping on some massive breasts onto a female character will suddenly excuse the sins they have committed by making this game. They thought wrong. The only thing, and I mean the only thing, I can honestly say that was good about the game was the music. And if that is the case, just give me the soundtrack and leave out the actual game. And that concludes my discussion of everything wrong with Xenoblade Chronicles 2. If you liked the video, be sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe. If you hated it, go ahead and write a comment about what you hated or disagreed with. Thank you all for watching.